What is up, my friends, and welcome to the UFL Week In Review, one of the longest-running UFL podcasts in human history. This is show number 46, covering Week 5 preview of the 2025 season. Today, we're diving into the finalized CBA deal, Week 4 attendance figures, TV ratings, major roster moves, plus the UFL Championship game tickets, behind the scenes of the DC Defenders game. Make sure you like and subscribe and stick around. We've got a full, jam-packed show for you.
We love the moments, the memories, the magic, the game. So let's get more. More action. More celebration. More unforgettable. More football. More of what you love.
So the UFL players in United Football League have reached an agreement. We have all the details for you on UFL News Hub. This was breaking news yesterday. So both ESPN, which owns part of the UFL, and Sports Business Journal reported UFL players in the United Football League have reached a deal that is for the 2025 and 2026 season. While no official announcement has been made yet, I understand that the board of directors of the UFL needs to make the final approval, and that is coming soon. So per Sports Business Journal, according to the UFL player leadership, members will see their full season salary increase from $55,000 now to $62,000 and $62,005 this year, retroactive to the opening of camp, with another increase to $64,000 scheduled for the 2026 season. More than half of that initial $7,000 increase would be paid by eliminating a separate $4,000 housing stipend, which makes the immediate raise effective 5.1. So there's messing around with the numbers there. I guess maybe the housing stipend that players were just kind of like, hey, we don't care about that. So we'd rather just have the money or something, and then they could figure out the housing piece themselves. But that's that piece there. Also, players got what the main thing they wanted, which was year-round health insurance for themselves and families. Quote, players will now have health insurance for themselves and dependents in the offseason via a blend of extended active coverage and the UFL has promised to subsidize COBRA coverage for 5 months each offseason. So that's good. This is important for players. As pointed out by ESPN, players after the age of 26 can no longer be on their parents' health insurance, which I was like, oh, that is true. It could take a player 2 or 3 years of spring football to get on an NFL roster. So this kind of helps bridge that gap so more players after the age of 26 could stay in the league. That's kind of the idea there. And getting year-round health insurance is golden, especially if you're a football player. I mean, I'm sure the UFL is a little concerned because players that were banged up in the NFL or banged up in college football and high school football now are on their health insurance plan. But hey, that's kind of part of the deal there. President of Sports Solidarity, Harry Marino, led the negotiations on behalf of the NFLPA per ESPN. He said, I think this is a reflection of the fact that UFL and UFLPA ultimately wanted to come together to reach a sustainable deal that will ensure that spring football will be here to stay. So he was part of the minor league baseball negotiation contract stuff. Also, apparently, Michigan Panthers quarterback Danny Etling was quoted in both articles talking about the deal. He says it's good not only for the league investors, but just for the league in general to have some stability. I agree with that. So then we're not in a negotiation next year trying to do the same thing and having to go through the season. Consistency, players can now plan, or their families, and try to return for multiple seasons. That's kind of the deal, is that they want to. This is kind of that stability that players can have. They can say, okay, like I'm going to play this season and then I'll be back next season. I get full health insurance. I can train during the off season. We can get together and train during the off season. And, this hopefully stability in the contract will then help other players decide that, yeah, maybe, it is worth just playing in the UFL because, I'm making maybe $60,000 a year playing in the UFL with a chance at maybe making the NFL, just have a little side hustle, doing whatever. They don't have to go look for a full-time job per se. And then having to quit that job to go play in the UFL. They've got health insurance. They got a decent paycheck. They basically off season is about 5 months where they would have to figure out, to do other things, kind of in some respects like teachers, where they're kind of have that off season. And where teachers, but I mean, it's just a couple of weeks, but you kind of get the idea. Now we've heard that they're not going to add any new games if they do add teams. Does this affect expansion going to next season? I sure as heck hope not, because the league does need to expand. We have markets that are just not doing anything, Memphis, and we don't need them. We'd much rather have a Seattle than a Memphis in the league there. Or bring in a bigger market like New Jersey or Philadelphia. Like, that will help the league grow. Interest in the league will grow if you're in bigger markets. But if you're stuck in Memphis with 4,000 fans, that doesn't help anything. So contract details, again, minimum salary increase 55 to 62,000 for players who participate in all 10 games. Minimum salary will increase to 64,000 in 2026. Year-round health coverage, which is good. Roster increased from 42 to 43 active players, with camp invites go from 58 to 64, which is fantastic. Player bonuses, 75,000, 7,500 for league MVP, 5,000 for championship team members. So if you win the championship, you get $5,000. That's pretty good. Limited padded practice to 2 per week. Formalized disciplinary process. So I think, players doing bad things, they're going to get fined or whatever. So that's kind of what the UFL, they kind of been able to get away with whatever. We never hear anything. 3 meals instead of 1 on game days. Okay. Guaranteed access to medical records. I'm not sure why that's put in there. Players' choice of cleats. That's very important, I guess. Maybe they didn't like the cleats that they had to get. Creation of a labor management committee meeting that will meet regularly. Will meet 3 times per year. Additional bonuses, 500 for player of the week, 5,000 for players of the year, and establish a grievance process. So if the players have an issue with something, they can kind of take it somewhere there. So let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. UFL Players United. What does this mean for the league going forward? Does this impact the expansion process of next season, allegedly? But that's what they were told. But that's what we were hearing. But that was before this. I think this is a good deal for the players for the next 2 years. And if we can add 2 expansion teams and let the league grow, I think we're off to a good start here. So let us know what you think in the comments. The Battlehawks are not bringing back A.J. McCarron with the injury to Manny Wilkins. No, they're bringing back Brandon Silvers to the Battlehawks. That's right. In one of the more anticipating signings going into Week 5, the Battlehawks finally filled their roster spot that was left open due to the MVP candidate, Manny Wilkins' season-ending injury. Non-contact, just kind of ran forward, and that was it. On Tuesday, the Battlehawks updated their roster on the UFL website, signing Brandon Silvers as the former Troy QB returns to the team. Yes, Manny out for the season. And that was a guy that they were, that was the guy. And their backup did not do very well. And now we bring in Brandon Silvers. This is interesting here. So Silvers is no stranger to spring football, dating back to his AAF days with the Memphis Express. Silvers played in the 2020 XFL with the Seattle Dragons, a spring league with A.J. Smith and the Conquerors, a stint in the FCF, and the Houston Roughnecks, while also spending 2024 with the Battlehawks as a reserve, has amassed over 3,500 passing yards and 32 passing touchdowns through his spring football career. Pretty good numbers there. And he was the backup last year to A.J. McCarron. So he will return. He was the QB3 for the Battlehawks in 2024. What spot does he get in this year? We'll have to kind of find out. So while it's not surprising the Battlehawks reached out to Silvers, fans of the team may be curious to how involved he may be in the 2025 season. It appears this week the Battlehawks are primed to start Max Duggan, who did not look good at all. But is it outlandish for Anthony Beck to have Silvers as number 2? I mean, he kind of knows the roster. He's familiar with it. He's familiar with the team. I mean, so could he? I don't think he would come in this week, but certainly to have him out there as a possibility, I wouldn't put it past them if they're trying to make a playoff run. He needs definitely a couple weeks to get going. Siobhan Cordero and Manny Wilkins both on injured reserve. Battlehawk fans may be wondering how short of a leash Duggan may have with Silvers waiting in the wings. Fans will find out soon as the Battlehawks take on the Panthers at the Dome this Saturday. So what do you think about Brandon Silvers? Do you think, it would have been really nice to, do you think they call A.J. McCarron? I don't think they did. But Silvers is friends with A.J. McCarron, so he comes back. I don't really know who else. There's Quentin Dormady was a name, Ben DiNucci, but then he said that he wasn't interested in the league. Who could have else they bring back? And, injuries are a thing. Maybe there's some trades that go around. We've had some injuries to the quarterbacks this season, so something to keep an eye on. And, when do they pull the plug and bring in Silvers? How game ready is he? And this is the thing. The Battlehawks need to be a very good team in the UFL for them to make money this year. And Wilkins is out. They had their guy that replaced A.J. McCarron. I'm so curious if they ever did reach out to A.J. McCarron. I'm sure he would have said absolutely not because he was pretty fired up about it. We'll have to see how Max does. Let us know if there's any other names that you think that they could have signed the Battlehawks, and let us know in the comments. We have the attendance figures and ratings, TV ratings from Mike Mitchell, Insider. Heading into week 4 of the UFL season, the league's attendance average per game was 12,888, a slight 1.47% decrease from last year after week 3. So how did the UFL fare at the gate during Easter weekend, which I was in attendance this past Friday night? Panthers played their 3rd consecutive home game at Ford Field against the Memphis Showboats. Attendance was 9,674. This number is down from last week's Panthers home tilt at 11,013, but keeps the team ahead of last year's pace when their peak attendance total was 9,444. So they're doing better this year, feeling a little bit more comfortable with the Michigan Panthers. Saturday's early game, 11:30 a.m. in Arlington between the home team Renegades and Battlehawks, saw an attendance 9,614. It was Arlington's 3rd home game this season. The Renegades averaged 10,117 in week 1 and 9,582 in week 2. A year ago, Arlington's average was 9,887, so it's kind of keeping in line with that stadium. Saturday evening game, UFL, between the Birmingham Stallion champions and the Houston Roughnecks at TDECU Stadium, was announced attendance figures of 6,613. Man, Houston used to be great. I know we're not supposed to compare the 2020 XFL. It's Houston's 4th game in the 6,000 range in the last 2 seasons. The 2024, the Houston Roughnecks total attendance for their 2024 season was 35,282 with an average of 7,056. They played their home games at Rice Stadium, so they're kind of down where they were last year. The finale on Easter Sunday featuring America's team, the DC Defenders, at home at Audi Field against the San Antonio Brahmas, saw an attendance average of, he missed that out. DC's last home game was week 2 and had an attendance figure of 13,000. The home opener was 12,000. I think the game was 11,000. The official attendance was, but it's not in this article. I'll have to see what's going on with that. So the UFL's finale, here it is. So DC was 12,474. So basically Michigan, Arlington with 9,000, Houston with 6,000, DC with 12,000. It was very light in there. That was definitely not scanned tickets. That was probably tickets given away or whatever it is. That's kind of how they do it. So the average was 9,593. So the attendance for weeks, let's see. Yeah, so a season ago, DC averaged 14,143. We had 2 games with the baseball team there, the Washington Nationals. This was kind of our first, but it was later on at Easter. Again, people go out to games during Christmas, so whatever. I don't know. And it was a great day out. It was beautiful weather. What else can you ask for? I'm really thinking that, shifting the season next year to February, that's when the 2020, and the XFL did it too. Just the numbers seem to be a little bit better. Even though the weather is nice, there's more things to do that might be hurting it. I don't know. So that's your attendance. For their TV ratings on Fox and ABC, The Michigan Panthers Memphis Showboats averaged 679,000 viewers, slightly down from the previous week of 682. League appears to have established the floor with its core audience on Friday night. It's about almost 700,000. You can see that. It's kind of found its floor. 690, 659, 682, and 679 is the range there. So upper 675,000 seems to be that kind of average there. Second week in a row, the UFL delivered its best audience on ABC. The early Saturday afternoon game, the St. Louis Battlehawks Arlington Renegades averaged 1,000 viewers with a peak of 1.1 million for the game's conclusion. So that's pretty good. Saturday evening's game on Fox featuring the Stallions Roughnecks averaged 609,000 viewers. And then the week 4 finale, San Antonio Brahmas DC Defenders, 739,000 viewers on Fox. So the peak audience for Saturday's Fox showing was 764,000 during the game's opening 15 minutes. Sunday's high point was 874,000 during the 6:15 p.m. quarter. And there you have the TV rating. So the week 4 UFL TV ratings average was 731,251, up from last week, thanks to all 4 games, of course, being on broadcast television. And week 5, only one of the UFL games will be over. Week 5 will be on over-the-air network TV this coming Friday night on Fox. The remaining slate of UFL games will air on the league's cable partner, ESPN. So you've got your game on Fox, and then your games will be on ESPN, all 3 of those other games. We'll see how that kind of plays around. And with the NFL draft happening, will that help the league with their numbers? We're just going to have to see and find out. Let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Welcome to Pulse AI Solutions, where we empower small to medium-sized businesses with cutting-edge AI technology. At Pulse AI Solutions, we specialize in AI consulting, providing expert advice to help you integrate AI into your business operations effectively. Our custom AI solutions are tailored to meet your unique needs, ensuring you get the most out of AI technology. We offer comprehensive digital management packages, including website management, hosting, video editing, digital marketing, advertising, content creation, and search engine optimization. Our tech innovation services keep your business ahead of the curve with the latest advancements in AI and technology. From AI product management to enhancing your digital presence, we provide end-to-end support for all your AI needs. Join the revolution with Pulse AI Solutions and transform your business operations today. Visit us at pulseaisolutions.com to learn more about our services and how we can help your business thrive. Contact us today for a free business assessment.
What is up, my friends? Happy Easter, and it's game day. DC Defenders 3-0, taking on the San Antonio Brahmas. But of course, it's Easter, so we're gonna go to a little Easter brunch, and then we're gonna head to then come back and change and get ready to go to the Defenders game today. I'm excited. We could be 4-0 and atop the UFL. All right, my friends. Changed. I got the shirt. I haven't worn this shirt in a long time. This is when the XFL went in business. There's Finn right there. Now it is time to head out on a beautiful day to the DC Defenders game. So let's head to it. Let's do it. All right, what's up, my friends? We made it down. Much better traffic this time.
It was.
This is the fourth child to go to a DC Defenders game. So we still have 2 more to go. She's excited about the merch.
Yeah, scary. Need a new sweatshirt.
All right, and so it's your first professional football game?
Yeah, I think so.
Never been to an NFL game before?
Nope, no football. Just
All right.
baseball, I think.
All right. So there you go.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Excited.
And who's the quarterback?
Jordan Tayon.
There you go. Yes. Lots of quizzes. She finally got it right. All right, let's head in. What'd you get, babe? What'd they have?
Spinach, strawberry salad,
Yeah,
nachos,
yeah.
potatoes, wedges, grilled. They had chicken, and then hot dogs,
Yeah.
and then fresh cookies.
Good?
Today, as we celebrate our love of football, we welcome our friends from the DC teams.
One of the things, if you can even hear me, if it says AVG next to it, it's gluten-free. So that helps me. So I can eat this stuff because it's gluten-free, so I like that they do that.
Number 41, Anthony McFarland Jr.
Halftime of the game, so this time we did something that we didn't do before, which is get more food, because every time we come back,
Or more cookies.
for her, they're not gluten-free, so I'm out with the dessert part. But so far, you guys went downstairs, found some Dippin' Dots, cotton candy. How was the cotton candy and the Dippin' Dots?
Dippin' Dots are really good. Cotton candy really good. Got a sweatshirt.
Oh yeah, let's see the sweatshirt. See, her snake is not beer snake, it's soda snake, correct?
Yeah.
Soda and water snake.
Yeah.
So.
Seltzer snake.
Yeah. And then Dippin' Dots, if you're a fan of Dippin' Dots, I'm not a fan of you. I think Dippin' Dots are totally overrated. I used to love them. I think they're so overrated. Just give me a piece of chocolate.
Not true.
So I'm
It's
anti-Dippin'
better
Dots.
than regular ice cream.
So leave a post in the comments whether you agree or disagree about Dippin' Dots. Forget about the game, forget about the UFL. I want to know about Dippin' Dots. And finally, it was actually a pretty funny moment. During the game, Moose Johnson went to the beer snake section. I'm sure he got interviewed by some channel, and the crowd started chanting "F the Cowboys" while he was standing in the middle of them. So that was pretty funny. But on to the second half.
Not nice.
That's what you get, man. If you're a cowboy, that's what you get.
San Antonio leads the DC Defenders 24-18.
All right, unfortunate DC Defenders win, but we made it through the game. Your first professional game. What'd you think?
Yeah, I really liked it actually. I definitely want to come to another one.
There you go.
There was a lot going on, so it was
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Not just to have to watch the football the whole time.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of stuff going on.
Good. And
That's cool.
no dice with giving your beer snake cups.
No, they didn't take them.
They will only take the
20
really tall
ounce
ones in
Cups,
their section.
not 16 or 14.
Yeah. And we had a good stack of cups
Yeah.
to bring over, and they wouldn't take them.
Yeah, it was a little sad, but we tried.
Yeah.
We did. So it counts.
Yeah, that's helping. But got the loss. San Antonio looks good. Our running game, you can see Ty Scott not being in there, how much that hurts. But another fun night in DC. 2 more games to go, and maybe we'll get it next time. But it was fun. Do it again.
Yeah.
Oh man, I lost you.
Say bye.
There you
Bye,
go.
guys.
See? All right, we are back, and now we have the news and notes, and of course our DraftKings and UFL betting stuff as well. So, just a heads up: the UFL Championship game presented by Underdog tickets are on sale now to the general public. So, your tickets, remember, the Dome at America Center, home of the UFL's Battlehawks, will be on Saturday, June 14th at 8 p.m. I will be watching that from Florida, from the beach, though we do plan to have a little fun with it. I've mentioned this before, but I really wanted to go. Looks like they're going to have some events going on as well. In addition to the two best teams, there'll be a culmination of a week of events that will embrace the spirit of Spring Football League. On Tuesday, June 10th, the UFL and the Battlehawks will conduct 2 free youth football clinics for local students in the 5th through 12th grades at Missouri Baptist University in St. Louis. The team will then host the Leadership Huddle in association with the United Way of Greater St. Louis and Verizon on Thursday, June 12th, with featuring UFL owner Danny Garcia as the event's keynote speaker. That's pretty cool. Additional details about fan experience events leading up to the championship game will be announced at a future date. So good, because remember in the past, they just didn't say anything. Now they're actually having events. I think that's great. But again, like I said, I'll be in Florida watching the games on television with the family, because I said that's the only time we could get everybody together, and family comes first. All right, the UFL News Hub Player of the Week for Week 4. Dominant performance Friday night. Michigan Panthers over their divisional rivals. The Battle of the Boats are regrouped after Ken Wisenhunt's departure last week, but the team encountered rough seas Friday night with a stunning 27-7 loss. We have the Panthers offense. So while DC Defenders quarterback Jordan Ta'amu and Arlington Renegades quarterback Luis Perez have more passing yards than Perkins, his efficiency rating is 98.3. Perkins completed 60 of 87 passes, 688 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So he is the Panthers defense, led by Frank Ginda, also tearing it up too. So they are the Panthers offense and the Panthers defense playing well. They're looking like maybe their team to beat. 2 players from the San Antonio Brahmas earned an honorable mention nod this week. UFL rookie running back Aiden Robbins had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, thanks, pal. And punt returner Matthew Sexton with okay. I don't even want to read this anymore. So you got the idea. Because the UFL announced their Week 4 Players of the Week. And San Antonio Brahmas Matthew Sexton, special team honoree, delivers top touchdown sprint according to Skills Corner, which is pretty cool. Bryce Perkins is your back-to-back Pizza Hut Offensive Player of the Week. And Arlington Renegades cornerback Gene Harris is your Ortho Defensive Player of the Week. Perkins playing well, and we'll get to our DraftKings lineup in a second. What's cool, though, is that so they have Skills Corner Moment. So automated technology company that delivers tracking data has provided the UFL this season with insights into speed, distance, separation, and other advanced performance metrics. So they actually added this Skills Corner Moment. Sexton reached a top speed of 20.45 miles per hour on his game-changing punt return touchdown, marking the fastest recorded speed on a plus 15-yard touchdown this season, according to Skill Corner, cutting-edge vision technology that tracks every player on every play using all 22 footage to generate detailed physical and contextual performance data. Skill Corner would probably be able, with all that data, could probably use AI to do, refereeing, which I think people should do. Perkins, of course, your Pizza Hut Offensive Player of the Week honors. Virginia alum, boo, the Hokies. He played well. We talked about him. Harris delivered record-breaking, game-changing play. Gene Harris in the skills moment during his 102-yard interception return for a touchdown. Duggan's pass for a touchdown. Harris hit a top speed of 19.90 miles per hour, according to Skills Corner data tracking. I think that's pretty dang cool. I like that they added that. I don't remember seeing that last week. And the UFL unveiled their corporate sponsorship roster. Because if you've seen some names out there, if you checked out our video that we did behind the scenes, we've noticed that there's more merch and more interesting merch too coming out from the UFL. I really think that things are kind of stabilized. You have the CBA, you're getting some sponsors, nothing like huge. Again, they don't. One of the ones that they don't mention here there's Salesforce. So you have New Era Cap, Progressive Insurance, and these are like official auto insurance partner, official uniform and sideline partners, Under Armour, Ortho, official lawn, garden, and pest control partner. Dang, Ortho took that from me. Underdog is your daily fantasy. CBD Crantum, they are your CBD, and they do partnerships with the Battlehawks. FedEx, just want to point out why your Memphis Showboats are still around. Official shipping partner of the UFL and Memphis Showboats. There it is, FedEx. That's why you have a Memphis Showboats team right there. Gatorade, official sideline hydration partner. Salesforce, I thought Salesforce would be a bigger partner, but their CRM and AI agent, and remember Pulse AI Solutions. Check out all your AI stuff. Pizza Hut, they were a new one. The official pizza and wings partner. Terramana Tequila. Do like Terramana. Henry Schein, medical partners. Seem like great guys. Medical products, a partner. All My Sons, moving and storage. Zoa, officially energy drink, which is my official energy drink. I do like Zoa out of all my energy drinks. And Allegiant Air, the official team airline. So there you go. So they're getting some corporate sponsors. Who knows how much money this is? Is this $1 million? Is this 20 million? Is this 50 million? But they're starting to get more corporate sponsors. I think that's very important for the league and some big names. But again, the one that jumps out to me is FedEx. And that's why your Memphis Showboats aren't going anywhere, my friends. All right, on to DFS. You can see like how much money I'm gambling with because it's just, I'm just betting it all, baby. Betting it all. All right, hold on. I always do the double ups. And I don't like to spend a lot of money, clearly. But yeah, we'll do double ups. And we'll go to the $3 double up because, yeah. And on to the team. Yeah, I'm just going to do it right here live. So, of course, Perkins, he's the guy. Jordan Ta'amu against Arlington. Michigan against St. Louis. I mean, they could have a lot of defensive touchdowns if Max Duggan plays like he did before. So I think I'm going to go with Jordan Ta'amu there. I don't think like Luis Perez. We love this king of the spring king, but he's got like 2 touchdowns all season long. He didn't have a lot of great stats. So I'm going with Jordan Ta'amu. Though he ran for a lot last game, but they really missed Ty Scott on there. Of course, you got to go Jacob Sailors. You look at his numbers. I mean, all right, he got 8 points last time, but the other games he did well. So you want to add him to the wide receiver. I'm just picking guys that got a lot of numbers. Adams, always 5 targets. He only got 4 points. He seems to kind of be tailing off a little bit, but I think Memphis Showboats will be okay. I'm going to overpay for him. Deion Kane, Chris Rowland will do that double shot. I mean, 10 targets in the last game, so we will draft him as well. Kalen Balaj, let's check out his stats. Oh, gosh. Nothing. He was great the first game. You could see the defenses maybe playing a little bit better. Anthony McFarland had a pretty good game from DC. You look at that, 14 attempts. Now that the offensive coordinator is kind of set in, I have a feeling that he will be used more. Oh, I don't have enough money for all these guys. Let's remove him. Let's pick our defense. We'll go with DC defenders because they still have the best defense. So I've got 4,500 to spend. Let's go to the salary and we'll flip it. Let's see, in that 4,000 range. How did Darby do? I feel like I picked him last week. 2 targets. I'm staying away from any kind of Battlehawk wide receivers, to be honest with you. Houston, Butler, 1 target last week. No, I don't want to use him. Sternberg, 3 targets, 5 targets. Let's see. I mean, nothing too great there. But he might be able to be used a little bit more this week. Just because of changings at quarterback in Michigan. Let's see here. What's Robbins? 4 attempts. Oh, but he had the 2 touchdowns. How about Michigan's Nakua? Only 1 target. Nah, he doesn't have enough targets. Let's see. I don't want to use too many DC defenders. Memphis, I don't want 9 attempts and 11 attempts. Jalen Jackson, he only got 1 point last week. I do like Devin Ross, though he had no targets last week, but he's 4-3. Maybe they have a good game against St. Louis, so we'll throw him in there too. All right, that's our lineup. Tayamu, Sailors, Adams, Rowland, Sternberg, Ross, and the DC Defenders offense or defense. We'll pick that. And then usually what I'll do is I'll just do, just use that line. You can do like 1,000 lineups, but there's only so much out there. Oh, wow. You want to bet $10,000? Yeah, no. No, thank you. I will do $5. How's that? We'll enter in this one. I don't like the multiple ones. I like the single entry. We'll do a $5 one there for the cause. Let's go down to like $2. Being a little cheap. All right, there's $1 there. And we'll just do this 50 cents one. All right, on to the betting. Wow, Birmingham Stallions, 10-point favorites. Over under 37. I'm going to go with the Stallions. First we'll do our money line picks. I think the Michigan Panthers are going to take the win. I think DC will turn it around. Arlington, and then Houston Roughnecks. I think San Antonio's got it. So that's my parlay. I got the Stallions, Panthers, Defenders, and Brahmas. Put a $1 bet in, get you $8. You're welcome, but not really. The Finny Finster pick of the week. We'll finish off with that. Oh man, I'm gonna take the Brahmas on the spread there. I feel like they're kind of getting it together. 37.5. I think I'm going to go with the under on the DC Defenders game. And then we're going to go with the Michigan Panthers with the win. That's my Finn. That's the name of my dog. Pick parlay. I've got the -3 for the San Antonio Brahmas, the under on the DC Defenders Arlington game, and then the Michigan Panthers money line. That $1 bet will get you $6 there, and we'll just put in $1 for each one as well, just for the fun of it. And there you go, you degenerate gamblers. That's it for the picks of the week. Appreciate you guys checking in. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts about the show. It helps spread the word out. Working on some guests. I was kind of still coming back from being on vacation for a week and, just trying to get back into the game here. And, but yeah, appreciate seeing everybody at the UFL the Defenders game. Now we get a couple weeks off, as in we don't have to go to the games because we only have 2 more home games left for your DC Defenders. So, but we're enjoying the games, enjoying the league. And so you've got a Friday night game, then you got one on Saturday at 7 p.m., so Saturday night game. And then you have Sunday with the DC Defenders early, and then the 3 p.m. game with the Roughnecks and San Antonio Brahmas. Should be a bunch of fun games. League seems to be getting its stride in. They've kind of found like the bar for everything, so hopefully everything is here on up. But I'm feeling pretty good about things. How are you? Let us know in the comments. As always, God bless. Thank you for the prayers for my wife. Yes, she's doing much better, and things are good. God is good. And that's all I have to say about that. So thanks for watching. That's it for me, folks. As always, God bless, and I will see you all later.